Tantor Audio presents The Soundbook, The Science of the Sonic Wonders of the World by Trevor Cox. Narrated by Jonathan Cowley. Publisher's note. For a collection of sound effects created by Trevor Cox, please visit tantor.com and type Soundbook into the search box. Follow the link to the book's page to access this collection. Prologue. Is it safe? A noxious odour was invading my nostrils as I stared down the open manhole. The metal ladder disappeared into the darkness. I had assumed a radio interview on the acoustics of sewers would involve an official and authorised visit. Instead, it started with a walk into a London park on a summer's evening. Bruno, the interviewer, produced a large key from his knapsack, opened up a convenient manhole cover, and invited me to climb down. Was it legal to wander around the sewers without permission? What if the tunnel suddenly flooded? What about a canary to warn of poisonous gases? Meanwhile, strolling commuters ignored us as we gazed into the gloom. I repressed my anxieties and climbed gingerly down the ladder to the sewer about 6 meters, 20 feet below. This was a storm drain built in Victorian times, a long cylindrical tunnel lined with bricks. The floor was treacherous and slippery, and the odour made my skin crawl. I clapped my hands as best I could with rubber gloves on and started to count in my head very slowly. 1, 2, 3, timing how long it took the sound to die away. After 9 seconds, a distant rumbling echo returned to me. Sound travels a kilometre, about a half mile every 3 seconds. So my clap had travelled a round trip of 3 kilometres, 1.9 miles. Later on, far away down the tunnel, we discovered the staircase off which the sound had bounced. It was draped in disgusting debris. I found it difficult to avoid headbutting the stalactites hanging from the low ceiling. Sadly, these were not brittle rock, but crusty, fatty deposits clinging to the bricks. These foul stalactites broke off, worked their way down the back of my shirt and scraped my skin. Since I'm tall, my head was very close to the ceiling. The worst place for the revolting stalactites, but the optimal position for observing an unexpected acoustic effect. As the radio interview started, I noticed my voice hugging the walls of the cylindrical tunnel and spiralling into the distance. Speech spun around the inside of the curved sewer like a motorcyclist performing in a wall of death. While every other sense was being overwhelmed with revulsion, my ears were savouring a wonderful sonic gem. This impressive spiralling toyed with me as I tried to work out what was causing the effect. It was so different from anything I had experienced before that I started to doubt what I was hearing. Was it just an illusion, with the sight of the cylindrical sewer fooling my brain into thinking the sound was curving? No. When I closed my eyes, the reverberant still embraced my voice and twisted it around the tunnel. What was causing the sound to stay at the edges of the sewer and not cross into the middle? I have worked in architectural acoustics for 25 years, yet the sewer contained a sound effect I had not heard before. I also noticed that Bruno's voice was embellished with a metallic twang as it echoed in the sewer. How was that possible in a place devoid of metal? We were surrounded by bricks. During those hours listening to the sewer, I had an acoustic epiphany. My particular expertise is interior acoustics, that is, the way sound works in a room. Most of my work has focused on discovering ways to mask or minimize unwanted sounds and acoustic effects. Not long after completing my doctorate, I pioneered new ways of shaping room surfaces that now improve the sound in theatres and recording studios around the world. Above the stage of the Kresge Auditorium at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, you can see the gently undulating reflectors I designed to help musicians hear each other. For a rehearsal hall at the Benslow Music Trust in Hitchin, England, I designed corrugations to adorn a concave wall in order to stop sound reflections from all being focused onto a single point in the room, and thereby altering the timbre of the musical instruments. In recent years, I have been researching how poor acoustics and high noise levels in
Sample complete. Ready to continue?